The first few stories were basically they were looking for two men who had been seen with this girl at one of the bars.
Identifying Shelly Boggio leads detectives to her twin sister, Stacy, who tells them the last time she saw Shelly alive, she was with Jack Pearcy and James Dailey.
That's how the investigation really started. Who she was with, who these guys were. So then the sheriff's office, mounted a search for these guys.
Florida detectives know that James Dailey and Jack Pearcy are from Kansas, so they ask police there to keep an eye out. And sure enough, 2 weeks after the murder, one of them, Jack Pearcy, shows up in his hometown and is arrested.
I want to advise you of your rights. Number one, you have the right to remain silent. Two, anything you say can and will be used against you in court of law.
The detectives in Kansas were very familiar with him. They knew him by name.
One of the Olathe, Kansas detectives you see questioning Jack Pearcy is Joe Pruitt. He's retired now, but we reached out to him by phone.
We knew him in Olathe as what we call a frequent flyer. He'd been arrested numerous times.
Mr. Pearcy had been arrested for batteries, assaults. I believe there was a terroristic threat against his girlfriend at the time.
He had been arrested by me at the request of the sheriff's department for a sexual assault that they were investigating. That charge was later dismissed.
Jack Pearcy had been involved in a prior murder in Missouri.
He had actually been solicited to commit a murder.
5 years before Shelly Boggio's murder, Jack Pearcy was hired to kill an elderly doctor. He was ready to do it with a hunting knife, but he backed out and someone else committed the murder.
He had a pretty lengthy criminal history, at least as far as charges.
Made him comfortable, gave him the opportunity to smoke, and then he started talking and we started asking questions.
Now, when we talked earlier this morning, you told me that you didn't kill that girl. Is that right? That's right. But they are going to want to know what your involvement is. At the very least, you're a witness. Is that right? But you better be shooting straight, because when they catch you in a lie, Jack, you're going to get banged.
Jack Pearcy in the interrogation room, just 2 weeks after the murder, seems so relaxed. He's blowing smoke rings. He's fiddling with his pocket knife. And you have to wonder what's going through his mind.
I really can't comment on Mr. Pearcy other than, his social gyro was off the gimbals, let me tell you. He was a different cat.
Jimmy drove for a while, and I passed out. And then the next time I know is when he was pushing on me, waking me up, telling me to drive.
He starts pointing the finger at James Dailey.
Jack Pearcy took every opportunity to throw Mr. Dailey under the bus.
Pearcy says he's in the car, he's drunk, passed out, but he's awake to hear screaming. And he sees Jimmy Dailey coming back. His pants are wet.
When he heard some commotion, Pearcy got out.
And he knows at that point what happened, and he knew that Jimmy Dailey had stabbed this girl. He tried to put it all on Dailey. He was in the vehicle when it occurred. I don't buy it.
You told me. He did. I'm convinced pretty damn sure he did. Well, I didn't watch him do it, but yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he did. Did you hear her yell? I told you I thought I heard him arguing or something, but I just, I just have conscience or whatever, Why are you trying to get all day long? I'm not trying to cover for him. I wouldn't be sitting here saying what I'm saying if I was trying to cover for him. But if I didn't see him do something, if I had seen somebody doing something like that, I imagine I would have done something. That's why. Why do you think Jimmy killed him? I don't know. Did he rape her? I don't know if he did or not. How many times did he stab her? I don't know. What's the motive? Here's this little girl that sounds like... I can't tell you the reason. It just freaked me out, I guess I really didn't even want to know what happened. I was just scared, boy. I just wanted to get out of the area. I went back home and I packed my suitcase and hit the road. Well, If I believe it, and I think I can believe it, why didn't you pick up the phone, call 911 and tell them about it? Because I was scared. Now, what I want to know is this. Did you have sex with that little girl that day? No.
It's always good to be the first person in the door at the police station and certainly at the prosecutor's office. You're going to get a better deal. You're going to be able to sort of set the stage as to what happened.
November 6, 1985, 6 months to the day after the murder, James Dailey's arrested in California.
I wonder, did James Dailey do it? I think that's the first thing in my mind. Where's the evidence that really puts him at the scene?
Then a new witness comes along with a devastating story.
He stabbed her, he continued to stab her, she wouldn't die. Was, I think, the quote. Powerful stuff, if it's believed.
But will the jury buy it?
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.